Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, buckle up because what we're hearing right now is nothing short of explosive. Rumors from none other than Adam Schefter, the guy who's usually right on top of things, suggest that the Miami Dolphins are gearing up for a major move, and it involves none other than Jaylen Watt. That's right, this young, explosive wide receiver, who's been a key part of Miami's offense since he was drafted in 2021, could be on the move. And the potential deal? Waddle for a couple of high draft picks, a second-round pick in 2025 and a third-round pick in 2026. Why would Miami do this? Well, it's not hard to see the bigger picture. The Dolphins are currently sitting at a 1-6 record, and their offense has been stuck in a rut, averaging just about 19 points per game. It's clear that something isn't working, and with the trade deadline approaching on November 4th, Miami's front office feels the pressure to shake things up. They're sitting on just about $4 million in salary cap space, which isn't much, but enough to make some strategic moves, especially after Tua Tagovailoa's recent concussion issues that have made the team realize they need to bolster their defense and rebuild around a more solid foundation. But the real story here is Waddle. This guy, only 26 years old, is a speedster built for the deep ball. He's been dazzling in Miami, but also in Washington, where he's been a constant threat to defenses. His profile is impressive. Drafted in the first round in 2021, he's accumulated a total of 295 receptions for over 200 yards, averaging 3 yards per catch with 22 touchdowns. That's not just numbers, that's explosive playmaking. His PFF grade sits at 77.9, ranking him around the top 15 among wide receivers, and his EPA per target at plus 0.22 shows he's highly efficient when targeted. And just to give you a quick snapshot of his recent form, in 2025, Waddle has already caught 35 passes for 504 yards, averaging 4 yards per reception with 4 touchdowns. His yards after catch, YAC, is quite solid at 6.1 yards per reception, and his 40-yard dash time of 4.39 seconds underscores his blazing speed. Plus, Waddle's injury history isn't a red flag. He suffered a shoulder injury in Week 4 this season. But otherwise, his explosiveness and ability to stretch defenses remain intact. He's as explosive as Tyreek Hill, with over 60% of his plays resulting in big gains over 20 yards and an 82% catch rate on deep targets with an average depth of target at 12.5 yards. That's a player who can absolutely change the dynamic of any offense he joins, and that's what makes this rumor so intriguing, especially for a team like Washington that's desperately looking to elevate its passing game. Now, why would Miami consider trading Waddle? Well, the Dolphins' current cap situation is tight, just about $4 million free, which limits their ability to add more pieces on the fly. Their focus right now is on rebuilding their offensive line and developing young talent. But there's a conflicting factor here. Waddle's contract extension, which is worth around $20 million in 2026, could be a sticking point. Miami might be hesitant to commit long-term to such a hefty deal given their current struggles, and that's why they're potentially open to moving him now for draft capital, especially since they're also trying to fix their defense after Tua's concussion issues and the team's overall inconsistency. So, what does this mean for the Washington Commanders? Well, if Waddle does indeed land in Washington, it could be a game changer. The Commanders are currently sitting at 3-4, and they're looking for ways to elevate their offense, especially with Terry McLaurin doing his best to carry the load. He's amassed 612 yards and 5 touchdowns, but it's clear that the offense needs more explosive options. Waddle, paired alongside McLaurin, creates a dynamic duo that could stretch defenses to their breaking point, making the passing game much more unpredictable and dangerous. Imagine Waddle stretching the field on deep routes, forcing safeties to stay honest, which would open up more space for McLaurin underneath. His ability to extend the field would also lift the red zone efficiency, which currently sits at about 54%. With Waddle's speed and deep threat capability, That percentage could easily climb into the 68% range, giving the Commanders a potent weapon in crucial moments. This kind of vertical threat is exactly what they need to complement their existing weapons and take some pressure off the running game and the shorter routes. And let's talk about the quarterback situation. With Waddle on the roster, even a backup quarterback would have a real shot at elevating the offense. His EPA per pass of plus 0.12 shows how much he can contribute even when the team isn't at its best. Plus, Waddle's ability to reduce sacks, he's been part of an offensive line that's allowed around 20 sacks, could help keep the quarterback upright and improve overall offensive efficiency. It's a synergy that could push Washington into a new level of offensive explosiveness, reminiscent of some of the most potent aerial attacks in recent NFL history. Now, let's consider the playoff implications, because this move could have ripple effects beyond just the regular season. The betting odds for the Commanders making a deep playoff run, which are currently around plus 12-0, could see a significant shift if Waddle joins the team. Experts suggest that Waddle could be an X-factor in the postseason, especially in matchups where speed and deep threat capabilities are crucial. His presence could increase Washington's chances of winning games against defenses that struggle with quick vertical routes, like those of the New York Giants, who tend to give up about 8. 2 yards per reception in man coverage. Waddle's speed, combined with the right game plan, could be the key to unlocking those defenses. And for the fans, this isn't just about adding another player, it's about igniting a new era for the Commanders. Picture a team that's not just reliant on Terry McLaurin, but one that can truly stretch the field and dictate the tempo of games. Waddle's addition could be the spark that turns Washington into a team feared for its aerial assault, much like the legendary combinations we've seen before, like Moss and Carter or others, but tailored to today's NFL. It's about creating a new identity that's fast, dynamic, and unpredictable, and that has the potential to chase Super Bowl glory once again. So in conclusion, this potential trade is more than just a move, it's a statement. It signals that Washington is serious about competing at the highest level and willing to seize opportunities to elevate their roster. Waddle could become the catalyst for a new offensive explosion, transforming the team's identity and boosting their playoff chances significantly. The NFC East is already competitive, with teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants fighting hard, but if Washington pulls off this move, they could tip the scales in their favor and establish themselves as serious contenders. It's a fascinating storyline to watch unfold, and I'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Waddle would be the perfect fit for our offense? Or are you worried about giving up draft capital for a player who might still have injury concerns? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. I'll be back very soon with more updates, so stay tuned, because the NFL world never stops, and neither do we. Thanks for being with me today, and as always, let's keep the passion alive for our Washington Commanders.